Yeah,
Um, but I'm glad to hear you're well. How is life in Norway just now?
it's good. It's really cold. I'm like, I'm so tired of the cold.
I
I
know.
need some. I need some summer soon.
Yeah, you just need a beach, some nice weather. But
Yeah, for
fingers
sure.
crossed soon this summer, hopefully. Um,
Hopefully.
well, I'll just launch into my questions, and my first one is obviously you're back. Well, you're at Melodi Grand Prix. That's fantastic. What is it about MGP that appeals to you as an artist?
Well, to me, like MGP Eurovision, it's the biggest thing you can do. It's like competing in the Olympics just with music.
Yeah.
So I've been wanting to do it for a long time, and but I haven't had the courage because it's big. You have to have a good song, you have to have a good performance, and is a lot of people that are going to have an opinion about it. And also it's one of the few like stages where everything is supposed to be larger than life. There's not many TV shows left, or places where you have the chance to just do whatever you want. If you ask for someone to throw flames, someone will come and throw flames. Like everything is possible. So it's just so much fun. And yeah, so I think it's cool.
And obviously, when you enter MGP, obviously that's such a big platform itself. But is Eurovision always kind of in the back of your mind from that, or do you just think, well, let's focus on MGP, and then if Eurovision comes after that, amazing?
Yeah, well, kind of both, I guess. I wanted to try to like create a performance and a song that I think would do it well in Eurovision. And but for now, like the main focus is MGP, and whatever happens. I'm just focusing on trying to do the best that I can do, and hopefully it will hold up and give me a chance to compete in Eurovision. That would be awesome. It would be like the biggest honor to represent your country in Eurovision.
Obviously, you have experience of MGP Junior years ago. And
Yeah.
I mean, you've been performing from such a young age. How do you cope with nerves? Is that a thing that affects you, or do you just are you quite relaxed before a performance?
Well, nerves to me is all about preparations. So like I used to I like to be as prepared as possible. Sometimes maybe overly prepared. So of course you feel like exciting and you feel the tension, but to me not so much the nerves. I had some nerves on Saturday because we had some technical difficulties with the mic stand that is going everywhere. So those kind of stuff makes me nervous because it's out of my control. But for the singing and the dancing and whatever, I'm pretty calm because I've spent so many hours rehearsing it. So yeah, it's all about preparation. I think if you're well prepared, you're less likely to be nervous.
And obviously, you just mentioned the technical difficulties there with the mic stand. That was kind of really impressive staging. What had happened with the mic stand?
Well, the thing about the mic stand is the way they built it. It's built with a feather. I'm not sure if like spring. It's called a spring.
Okay.
Yeah. So what happens with the spring is it gets looser and looser. So every time I use it, it acts differently. So if I push it, it's not coming back exactly as I want it to.
Okay.
So after the last rehearsals and to the live show, they changed the spring. So I knew like now it's going to act differently than it did, 5 minutes ago. But now they've built a completely new stand, which is more weight based. So I tried it for the first time yesterday, and it's so much better. It's lighter and it's acting the same all the time. So now I'm just gonna rehearse a lot with that, and yeah, it will. I think it will look better. It will look like I have like. It will be more effortless, I think. So that's cool.
Classic. And I guess all these things kind of keep you on your toes as a live performer. You have to kind of anticipate anything that could go slightly wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it didn't show in the performance at all.
And
Um,
that's nice to hear.
so kind of thinking back to last year, obviously 2020, very difficult year for everyone across the world. But you still managed to put out some music. You had your duet with Linnea, your Christmas album. Um, did you feel that the lack of live performances last year kind of affected your creativity?
Uh, yeah, in the beginning it did, because the lockdown came and everything just went out the window. I had so much planned. Last year I was supposed to do Jersey Boys, a big musical here in Norway, and a lot of other stuff. So the first couple of months I felt a bit like, just felt meaningless to go to the studio, because every time you're in the studio creating music, it's with the thought in the back of your mind that you're going to perform this in front of people. You're making the music so you can go out, have concerts and play shows. So in the beginning, it felt like, yeah, I lost the creativity. I didn't want to go to the studio. I didn't find a reason to do it. But after a while, I needed to do something, and it started coming back to me. So that was really a really nice feeling to get again. And so yeah, I just started a lot of projects, and with a Christmas album, as you mentioned, and I started. Yeah, I think I wrote like 22 songs for the MGP before I decided. I just wrote a bunch of them and just
Yeah.
tried out a lot of different stuff, and finally found the one. So that was cool.
Do you think some of these 22 songs maybe will end up on an album?
Yeah, definitely. There is a lot. There's a lot of good stuff in there. So maybe on my album, but I also write for other artists. So just being the songwriter. So I think there's a lot of, because when you write a song, sometimes it doesn't. It's a good song, but you can't, take it to the next level with my own voice or whatever. It just fits other people. So I like to send stuff around as well, and so yeah, hopefully they'll show up somewhere.
That's very exciting. So obviously you kind of have a real sort of diverse musical history yourself, because there's kind of rock and metal, there's a bit of swing, there's pop. What would you say, like, or who would you say are your main kind of musical influences?
Oh wow!
It's a
So
tough one.
do you have time? No, but yeah, it's to me it's been in like it changes all the time for me, because I sincerely just love music. I love everything about it. I love every genres. So like my early years, I really loved bands like Bon Jovi and Kiss and Motley Crue and that kind of 80s glam heavy metal stuff. But the last years I've taken real inspiration from Justin Timberlake, Bruno Mars, those kind of more like performers. They have great music, but they're also awesome performers. And it's all about, to me, trying also to improve myself and get to that next level. One thing is, to stand up and down and sing as good as you can, but the minute you put choreography to it, or you know try to push the limits of what you can do with your body and your mind at the same time, that's what's exciting to me, and just try to get better every time. So yeah, these days I listen to a lot of Bruno Mars and Justin Timberlake. Those, yeah, Justin Bieber as well, have some great songs out now. So
Absolutely. Okay. So obviously people may, know you. Obviously, you have a high profile in Norway. Thinking of kind of the international audience that maybe are watching kind of MGP for the first time, how would you describe yourself as an artist to them that maybe don't know you?
I would say, and what should I say? I think I'm the more like an entertainer kind of guy, with the focus on like the performance and having that, what's the word? Like make it look effortless
Okay.
in a way.
Showmanship.
I'm Yes, the showmanship. Yeah, I'm the showmanship kind of guy. With I'm a sucker for like great pop melodies. Yeah, I'm the showman pop guy, I guess, something like that.
It's a perfect kind of mix for Eurovision.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, hopefully.
so, World on Fire kind of marks your return to English language music. Was there any kind of part of you that wanted to record the track in Norwegian, or was it always, I'm going to do this in English?
For this, it was always in English, also because I, of course, as everybody else in the competition, we have Eurovision in the back of our minds. So yeah, it was a song. It's kind of funny because I write very differently when I write in Norwegian, and in English, I have a different approach to it. So it always felt like a English song to me.
And I think as well, Norwegian obviously fantastic, and it kind of pushes your heritage, and the kind of fans in Norway, I'm sure, will appreciate that. I think Eurovision with English language, it exposes you to kind of so many more votes and fans, and it's a
Yeah,
nice thing
yeah.
to put stuff out there. Um,
And also, so yeah, and I think there's a lot of there are some Norwegian entries in the finals, but I think everyone is going to do their English version.
yeah,
So because everyone, wants to go to Eurovision.
absolutely. And thinking of World on Fire, it seems kind of slight. Well, when I heard it, I kind of thought it was slightly inspired by maybe the challenges of 2020. Are you able to kind of speak about the themes and the kind of inspiration behind the track?
Yeah, it's kind of I understand that people will like instantly think about, yeah, it's probably about everything's going on, but it's actually about the opposite. It's about, when things are rough, and you're feeling down or whatever. It's about finding the relations that matters. It could be your best friend, it could be a girlfriend, wife, husband, whatever. But to me, like, I got married 2 years ago, and when I'm with my wife, it's that, special connection, that special someone. I feel completely safe, and I feel like, everything is possible. Like, we could set the world on fire when we're together. So that's actually the theme. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's about finding those special relationships.
I think it's a nice kind of hopeful message as well. So now you've performed it last Saturday and it's out there. The world kind of has the song. How do you feel that it's now released? Because obviously, I'd imagine it was a lot of prep, and you submitted the song a while back.
Yeah, I mean, it's so scary. I've worked so many hours on this song, writing it with a bunch of guys that are my best friends, and I've actually produced it myself. So I've been in my studio for weeks, just banging out different versions and trying to figure like where is it going to go.
Yeah,
And so it means so much. It's like your baby. You've been nurturing it for forever, for months. So it's scary to put it out there, but it also feels really good. And especially putting the performance on top, because I feel like this is 100% me. It's not a song that someone sent me and said like, hey, can you sing this and you can do this. No, it's what I wanted to do, and what I felt like doing. Like, the song became what it is, and I've also had a clear vision of how I wanted my performance to be. So it's 100% me, and I'm really proud of it. So that's cool.
fantastic. And obviously, the staging as well. I know the MGP artists have quite a lot of independence and quite a lot of decision making in terms of the performance. Did you feel that was kind of additional pressure to kind of convey how good the song was in the performance as well?
Well, yeah, of course, there's always a lot of anticipation, and people like expect the best from everyone. But I don't know. I had a pretty clear vision. I saw the mic stand thing, like Justin Timberlake did that on Super Bowl a couple of
Okay.
years ago. So I knew I wanted to do that because I just think it looks so cool. And it all actually came together quite quick. We had the mic stand idea. I had the idea of like I wanted to be red, of course, World on Fire. And yeah, I feel like it just everything, all the pieces just fell in place really quick and kind of fits my vision of how I wanted it to be.
Oh, yeah. And was there additional pressure in the fact that you were obviously semi-final four, so you kind of have to watch sort of 3 weeks before you of all
Oh
these
yeah.
performances and
Talking about nerves, that's what makes me nervous. I'm just seeing everyone just banging them out and
yeah,
being awesome and singing great, and it just you feel the pressure, especially when you're pre-qualified to the final. You have to deliver. So, but then again, like when I feel that pressure, I always just go back to what I need to do, and that's preparations. I'm just nowadays I'm spending at least 3 hours in the dancing studio every day just so I know that I can do this performance just blindfolded. I
yeah,
know every single move, and my vision is also that I don't want it to look choreographed. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't want it to look like someone told me like, okay, so you raise your hand like that and you do like that. So it's all about just getting to that point when you just look effortless. And even though every single move is made up,
And
you
yeah,
know, it's planned, but it's getting to that point where it just doesn't look planned. So that takes some time, but it's fun as well, though, just
yeah,
to push
absolutely.
those limits.
You mentioned the red for the outfit. Was the outfit choice yours?
Yeah, I know the costume designer from like way back. We've done different shows together. So when I heard that he was working with the show, I asked like, can I work with him? And he just said, so what do you want to do? And I was like, well, it'd be cool to have a completely red outfit because I never wear it. I'm the kind of guy that if you look in my closet, it just everything's black. I have no colors,
Yeah,
literally no colors. Maybe I have a white t-shirt.
like
So
so.
I wanted to, because Eurovision MGP is all about, trying to have an outfit or a performance or something that it's kind of stands out and is a bit, iconic, if you know what I mean. So I wanted to just try to find an outfit that is like, oh yeah, that's the song, you know.
Yeah,
You see those army pants and that red jacket, like, oh yeah, that's that performance. So yeah.
fantastic. So you have just over a week now to the final. Are there any changes that you're going to be making to the song that you can tell me about, or is it pretty much good to go?
Well, everything can always be better, so as for now, it's no like big changes. I still want to work a bit on some lightning parts here and there and just tweak everything to be perfect. Obviously have a new mic stand, which I'm now checking out if I need to change some of the choreography with the mic stand dancing, because the angles it doesn't go as far down as the other one.
Okay.
And we did try to do some flames before the last performance. We took them out because we felt like it kind of didn't fit, but I kind of missed them as well. So we'll
Very
see.
cool.
Maybe they'll come back. I don't know yet. But if they come back, it has to be a lot of them. It has to
Yeah,
be massive.
it does sound pretty epic with the fire. Yeah, go for
Yeah. Maybe just save them for the last, chorus. Just
yeah.
yeah. So we'll see. But not as for now, no big changes. I just wanted to like tweak everything to be a bit better.
Final question, thinking obviously about Eurovision in general and the kind of history of Eurovision, do you have any all-time favorite acts that you would look up to?
Oh, a
It's a tough
lot.
one.
A
Yeah.
lot of them, like I've loved Eurovision and MGP for as long as I can remember. um I think like I have like a clear memory of this. As it's actually kind of funny because it's not relatable to none of the music I've actually listened to, but I remember when Denmark won with the Olsen brothers back
Yeah.
in 2000. I think it was Fly on the
Yeah.
Wings. So I think that was such a great song. But I think the all-time favorite is Euphoria. I mean, that song is just, oh my God, what a song. And the performance, like, because this is what I'm trying to do in my performance as well, because a lot of the performances you have such, it's so bright, like they put on the front light on everything, and everything's just so bright. And that's so cool about the Euphoria performance, that you almost never see her face. It's just missed. It's just so cool.
Yeah, it's very
So
atmospheric.
yeah, it's just awesome. So I think Euphoria is like the all-time favorite because the song is just amazing.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it's timeless. It really is just
Yeah, yeah.
perfect. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat to me. I know you'll be very busy just now with rehearsals and preparations and things, so it really is appreciated.
No worries.
And good luck.
Thanks.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, thanks a lot. It was great talking to you. So yeah, thanks
Fantastic.
for your time as well.
No worries.